Let me kick it off like this. I'm at my first job. I got two jobs. One is being a direct counselor with an individual one to one. Take them out, do activities with them, do whatever you want to do, go out, have fun, regular things. So we on the bus, and I'm watching him. He's sitting on maybe two seats in front of me, and there's one of his friends from his program there with him. So we on the bus, our typical ride on our way to his house from his program. Now this woman comes on the bus, and she stops almost right in front of him, and I'm like, why is she stopping? And then I think nothing of it. I'm like, maybe she dropped a bag or something. I'm looking, and she just looking at him, and I'm like, huh? What the hell's going on? I seen this woman before. A white older woman, maybe around her 40s or 50s, right? One of the types to clutch the purse, Because I seen her do it before when I was around her. She clutched the purse. I'm like, really? Whatever. So I think nothing of it. I go back to watching them, and that's it. So, next thing you know, oh my goodness. Oh, you trying to touch me? Do not touch me. I'm like, what? My guy never went to touch you, wanted to touch you, or anything. And she just in an uproar talking about, oh, he's jerking off. He's masturbating and trying to touch me. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? First of all, my client has a long jacket on. That's number one. Second of all, he has autism. And his right hand, he can't even barely open it. So what are you talking about? And I'm like, ma'am, no, you don't know what you're talking about. You can't see anything from that angle where you're at. I said, he's right in front of me, a seat in front of me. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't understand this. Like, where do you get these allegations from? And if this is true, how come I don't see his hands, like, doing all that movement or anything? His jacket is closed, his pants is zipped and everything. I'm like, are you really, like, causing a scene for no reason? Do you want attention? Are you a attention seeker? Because it makes no sense for you to even come out there and come out your face like that. She goes like, you don't know what you're doing. I'm going to call this station. I'm going to call this person. I'm going to report this police. I said, miss, you can report anything you want. But due to the fact that you're lying, there's like at least 10 people on this bus. And as I can tell, and as everybody else can tell, you look crazy. She actually really did look crazy. And I'm like, you just want attention. The bus ride was great, smooth before you got here. Oh, you're being very loud to me. You're being very aggressive. I'm like, what? I'm standing up for my guy. Regardless of what you saying right now, you're wrong. Mind you, I'm sitting down, never got up, never got loud, stayed in my seat, just to prove my point. And I'm still gonna prove my point because you're wrong, ma'am. Across from me there was another young man. He was type sleeping, but once he heard her saying all of this, he woke up. And then he says it to her, like, how can you say that when he has autism? He says, when I first came on the bus, I can tell he had autism. Just about the way he shakes, you could tell that. But you didn't take your time to look at the situation at all. So you just automatically go to that, oh, he's jerking off or he's being inappropriate. Are you kidding me? So he sat there and he just said, yo, you know what? I'm disgusted by you and many others like you. He says he give a couple of things saying like, yo, I work on 42nd Street. Excuse me, he's a black young man. He tells her I work on 42nd Street. And it's just, I see this every day and it just I guess because he see it every day, he just had to get it out of him. So he's telling her like, I see this every day. The funny thing about you, and I see many people like you, I have cut my hair. I have did many things to blend in, not to look so, I don't know, like a thug or somebody is that's not, he tried to blend in. That's what he's trying to say. I get $35 haircuts. I dress differently. I brought different clothes to try to blend in so I won't stand out. But still, he still stands out because he's black. Not to give it that type of situation, but that's what he said. He's like, yo. And still people clutch their purse just like you. It was like, it's just disgusting. And for you to say something and without even looking at the whole scene and paying attention to what's around you is just really crazy. And just for her to say that, and I know my guy kind of felt embarrassed, but he had people to stand up for him right here. And that's what made me happy today was like, despite the situation of her being very immature, wanted attention. Mind you, we get on that bus on a regular. Even the bus driver said, just calm down, man. She's like, what do you mean calm down? He's doing this. He was like, to be honest with you, I know these guys. These guys get on the bus every day, almost around the same time every day. And he does have autism. His hand does shake. His body shakes uncontrollably sometimes. But if you would have sat and paid attention, you would have knew that. So you judged it wrong. The scene that you seen wasn't what you thought you seen. You judged it wrong. Oh no, I know what I ain't seen. And I guess she got up and was trying to sit next to him because he was training a trainee on the bus. So he didn't have to drive the bus today. He was training another guy. And he heard the whole thing. He was just, just calm down, guys. And it was like, why should we calm down? Because she's outright wrong and lashing out for no reason. He's mentally disabled. That's it. Not saying every mentally disabled person actions is right, but this one here was phenomenally right. Like, it was in place. Like, it was nothing wrong. Like I said, it just blows my mind how some people are. Like, to prejudge shit without even knowing anything or without even paying attention to the whole freaking scenario. It's just crazy to me. But like I said, I'm happy everybody, chimed in and was like, you're wrong, ma'am. That is not right what you're saying. And it just made me feel like, you know what? This population, people used to look down on people, that's mentally disabled or whatever, but you got some people that actually would speak up for them nowadays. Even though you're in New York, you got a lot of quiet people that won't do anything. But it just showed me, there are still some people that actually will speak up and will take a stand for something that's right. So that's why I just had to come up on here and just say something. So, once again, another day, another lesson learned. Latest.